Hello, good people. I hope that you are doing amazing. I am here at the Post, and yeah, I'm gonna be sitting at my chair. So today is day one. I'm gonna do an outfit check later on. But here's a quick view of the studio, okay? And y'all could just stay tuned, sit tight, and we'll have a good time. Okay. So we are here. You all can tell me where you are from in the comments.
The #1 hip hop and R&B internet radio station. WABE Pulse 101.3 Lithia Springs.
Fox Houston. What happened in Fox Houston? Oh yeah, they're playing.
My baby dead. My baby dead. My baby dead. I'm a fine. I ain't in the house dead. My baby dead. Bow, 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 bow. Get that booty beat. Hey, 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 hey. Get them booty trees. Bow, 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 bow. Get that booty beat. Hey, 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 hey. Get them booty trees. All that thunder. Them is bad. Switch my hips when I walk. Yeah, I know you like that. My baby dead. I'm gonna go out, yeah, where the bed. It's looking like a drought. My mama got the kids. I'm kids not the house. All in the club, bouncing, throwing out. The glass happy. I'm so stopping. Looking like a snake, baby daddy. Tuck her to the mix. I'm the trending topic. But acting up, so you know I'm finna pop it. Wow, 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 wow. Get that booty me. Hey, 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 hey. Get them booty cheeks. Wow, 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 wow. Get that booty me. Hey, 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 hey. Get them booty cheeks. My baby dead. My baby dead. My baby dead. I'm a fine. I ain't in the house dead.
We are here.
My baby dead.
Hey, imagine you can start the next big podcast. Shoot amazing promo photos for that podcast, create eye-catching content to bring more
An hour
attention
goes
to
by
that
quick.
podcast, and film a huge commercial for it. Now imagine doing that all in one place. That's the location. If you want to create, this is the space. We have a cutting-edge studio and a top-of-the-line professional staff to enhance all of your artistic needs. Our job is to help you create the greatest projects possible while providing the best service. So if you're a photographer, podcaster, content creator, or filmmaker, the location is home for you. This is the location where content meets culture.
All right, my heartbeats, we are back, and I just want to give some updates on some strange things that's been going on in the air. Now, remember, you can always read Psalms 91, cover yourself in the blood. Don't get scared, but I do have to give the update. United Airlines plane catches fire at Houston's Bush Airport. So a United flight from IAH, which is in Houston, to LaGuardia, had to abort takeoff on Sunday morning. Video from passengers shows flames coming from the plane's wings, but no one was injured. Now, if y'all don't remember, we just had a huge and unfortunate crash in D.C., but according to CBS News, D.C. plane crash wreckage being removed from the Potomac River. I just want to give some updates. Crews started removing Monday the wreckage of the American Airlines plane that collided with an Army Black Hawk helicopter over Washington, D.C. and crashed into the Potomac River last week. One of the plane's two engines was seen being lifted from the river Monday morning, and a large section of the fuselage was taken out of the water around midday. Crews spent the weekend positioning key equipment to begin removing the wreckage, okay? And I just want to tap into this Philadelphia plane crash of victims identified by jet company investigators find cockpit voice recorder. Again, I'm not somebody who does fear mongering. Read Psalm 91 because it would definitely help. The 6 passengers traveling on a medical jet before it crashed in Northeast Philadelphia Friday night have been identified by the Mexico-based company that was operating the small plane. All those aboard on the later Jet 55 aircraft, including a pediatric patient who was recently finished treatment at Shriners Children's Hospital, they were killed, unfortunately, in the crash. A spokesperson for Jet Rescue Air Ambulance said the following individuals, all of whom were Mexican citizens, were flying on the plane before it went down near Roosevelt Boulevard and Cottman Avenue shortly after 6 p.m. on January 30th. So these are the name of the victims. You can also look at their photos on cbsnews.com. Captain Alejandro P, co-pilot, I think it's Jesus, Dr. Rail, paramedic Padilla, Valentina, and then Lizeth. Okay, so those are some very sad stories. I also want to, get your opinion. We've been seeing a lot of these plane crashes. Do you think that, a lot of these planes need to go back and be regulated? Do you think that a lot of these planes need to go back and really start, people need to start checking the engines? I think that that's very important. And then I also want to read some news on Mexico. They are sending 10,000 National Guard troops to border to prevent drug trafficking to the U.S. So just check out this article from CNN. Mexico will send 10,000 National Guard troops to its northern border to help reduce the flow of fentanyl in the U.S., reinforce the border, and help improve security on its own territory, Mexican President Claudia said. This comes as President Donald Trump and the president earlier on Monday announced a deal to delay tariffs by a month. So we have at least 30 to 31 days. Well, technically in the U.S., but February is 28th. So just putting that out there. So this comes as President Donald Trump and the president in Mexico have came up with a deal to delay tariffs by a month after Mexico agreed to place the soldiers at the border. So the Mexico president said, I believe this is a very important aspect of the agreement that we reached a deal. So that's good. Looks like that we are making some progress. But y'all, the Grammys, they still on everybody's mind. Did I remind y'all about what Kanye West did and how he brought his partner naked? Okay, can we still talk about that? And I also want to talk about the toddler who was just days away to live evacuated from Gaza, was sent to urgent medical care. So a Palestinian toddler who doctors say has only days to live without urgent medical treatment was evacuated from Gaza by the Jordanian military on Monday in a special mission after Israel had repeatedly delayed her evacuation. I want to now dive out here into tech. Tech is so important. Y'all, we have ChatGPT that is taking a lot of jobs, but I also want to make sure that you are up to date on everything that is going on job-wise and also employment-wise. I want to give you some of the top industries that you can apply to if you're looking for a job. That is, and I would say, job titles: project management, IT manager or specialist. You can also do product manager because I believe that that is an easy skill that people can transition to. And then also you want to get some certifications, project management certifications, cybersecurity certifications. Y'all, they have what we call YouTube University. You need to go on YouTube and you need to look up what is the best. And as we're talking about tech, let's talk about Elon Musk. They're calling it the Muskification of the federal government in its full swing. Musk, he ain't playing, okay? In November 2022, days after Elon Musk took control of the company called Twitter, employers received an email with the subject line, a fork in the road. Now he's turned his attention to the U.S. government, and federal workers just received a memo with that same subject line. So we've been seeing, like the different departments that are now being installed right here in the U.S. government. But I will say this. According to the CNN article, it says the strikingly similar language is perhaps the clearest sign yet that Musk, who is now a top advisor to President Donald Trump with an office in the White House, appears to be bringing his Twitter takeover playbook to the federal government and is raising questions about whether America's government could rapidly slash staff like a tech company and whether it will suffer the same consequences as Twitter. My goodness. Now, I'm going to ask you as a business owner, Chris, what do you think? Do you think it's a good idea for, Musk to be in government?
Government has changed. It's now it's business owners that are running it. You gotta understand who's running the country, a business owner.
Right.
So when you have a non-politician running something, you gotta expect non-politician support. And people tend to forget America is a business. It's not, how we portrayed it to be for so long. It's always been a business. So I'm just gonna see what's happening. At the end of the day, it's what we got to deal with now, and hopefully we can get the results that we need. So we just sit back and watch.
Talking about results, within 24 hours, TikTok was back online. Y'all remember that? So Trump says banning TikTok won't make Americans safer from China. And when I say CNN business, they give the news, they give the news. President Donald Trump on Wednesday batted down the national security concerns surrounding TikTok, saying, is it that important for China to be spying on young people, young kids watching crazy videos? I'm going to tell you something. They don't call it TikTok for a reason. Sometimes you can be scrolling there for 2-3 hours. I see right here we have our TikTok audience. They're watching us from City's phone. And then I also got, I think it's either my TikTok or my Facebook audience watching me. But it was a surprising comment coming from the guy who first tried to ban TikTok from the U.S. over worries that the Chinese government could use the app to gather intelligence to Americans. And his 2020 executive order that was unsuccessfully tried to ban the app. I'll tell you this. TikTok has made some, I would say, thousandaires. There was one person on there who said they had made like $50,000 in a month in addition with their brand deals just from TikTok. But you got to know how to work it. I'm not going to give y'all a social media class because y'all going to have to pay for that. But what I'm saying is what you can do is you can work what's working you. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you're going to be on TikTok scrolling, how about you all are on there creating? If you're going to use it for a creative break, go ahead and do that, but limit it to about 10 to 15 minutes. You about to say something? Oh, okay. And then last thing is this. Americans' data is widely available. So some privacy and technology experts say simply transferring control of TikTok to a new owner won't be a silver bullet to protect U.S. Users' data from China, given that Beijing has plenty of other avenues from accessing information about Americans. So other social media platforms and websites collect similar data to TikTok, such as location, data, search history, and purchase history. And many other sites sell that data to data brokers, which make it available online for any willing buyer. So I'll tell you this. If I was you, I would go ahead and do something in tech. If I was looking for a job, I don't care if you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s. If you are still living and breathing, you can learn. Okay, so I want you to get you some certifications in tech, and I want you to be a forerunner in this thing because I believe you can be successful in it. I want to say thank you so much to City and the Post. This is my first day wrapping up this show, and let me see. We're just ordinary people. Play that. We don't know which way to go. Okay, I'm not a singer, but if I was, I would sing that. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all on Thursday.
Let's go. I don't know what you're going through, but we stop by to tell you that what's in front